Listen, I cannot tell you how many times that I counted myself out before I even got started. I would tell myself things like I wasn't ready, I needed more experience, I needed more money, and child, don't we all? And that I wasn't confident enough. Now, every single time that I allowed myself to utilize these excuses, all it did was kept me sitting on the sidelines, watching everybody live their lives or a life that I wanted that was similar. Now, let me tell you something that changed my entire perspective on all of this, holding myself back and all of that jazz, right? You would never be ready for most things that you want to accomplish in life. You won't be ready to start the business. You won't be ready to start the YouTube channel because, child, y'all already know I'm still struggling with that, baby, with staying consistent on this whole YouTube thing. You already know I'm never ready, but I'm always willing to get up and try. You won't be ready for parenthood. You won't be ready for that relationship or to even leave that relationship. You won't be ready for a lot of things. You won't be ready to reinvent yourself. This is exactly why you need courage. See, somewhere along the way, someone told us that confidence comes first, but that's not the way it works. Confidence is just the reward of you taking action and showing up for yourself consistently. Confidence is what happens when you've embarrassed yourself a few times, that you've learned the lessons along the way, and then you realize, I actually can do this. I mean, like, honestly, how many of us have started something or even thought about starting something, but we were so afraid to start it because we were so afraid of embarrassing ourselves, letting our family see, and what in our mind that it was failure. When I don't look at anything that I do as a failure, because guess what, baby, I had courage enough to get up and to create something from scratch and actually implement it and see if this thing gonna jazz, if it gonna shake, baby. So there is nothing that I'm gonna say that I've ever done where I feel like, dang, I failed. No, I felt like, okay, I started this thing. Maybe it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to turn out. But hey, Keita, here's the lesson in this. This is the lesson. And so what do once you've gotten a lesson? You get up and you try it again, right? You pivot. You may approach it with a different strategy, but you get your butt up and you try it again, okay? And that is what I really am on this video today to talk about. Because I want y'all to stop, please, stop counting yourself out before you even get started. Don't let confidence and the lack of confidence in something keep you sitting on the sideline while everybody else is at least getting up trying it. How many videos out here do you see people doing like crazy, silly things and you like, people watching that? Yes, yes ma'am. They got up, they tried something, and it's working for them. So why can't you do the same? Baby, I can tell you this. Confidence didn't help me be a better mother. Confidence didn't help me learn how to do makeup. Confidence didn't help me start my business. Confidence didn't heal me. Confidence didn't do any of these things. What did? Action did. Action, taking action is what allowed me the freedom and the courage to get up and try it. And once I tried it on day 1, by day 5, I felt a little bit more jazzier with it. Day 10, I felt even better. 30 days, even better. You just keep going. And day by day by day, confidence is going to build. Have you ever started a job and on day 1, you knew exactly what the hell to do? You knew what a coffee was in the break room? Because, girl, I don't even know why I say a coffee, because that show you what I show up to the job to do. Okay, hello. Anyway, but you didn't know what that coffee was. Okay, you barely knew what a break room was. Okay, you didn't know how to log on to the systems. You didn't know exactly what the protocol, the policies and procedures were, you had to go through training. A lot of jobs nowadays take you through about a 12-week training period. So what does that tell you? That tells you that when you start something, that you don't really know what the hell going on. That means you're in that training class to learn, to number one, to find out what the protocol is, okay? Let's start there. And then to learn for you to, what most people consider failing, but it's not, is you're learning, you're growing, you come show up the next day, you log on to the same systems, you're doing the same projects, you're, you know, networking with your coworkers, you're team building, you're doing all of this stuff on a consistent basis. And then baby, by week 12 of your training, you feel a little bit more confident, where you should, okay? That's all I'm saying. Stop counting yourself out before you even get started because you don't have the confidence to do it. Whenever we start anything in life, I just remember me when I even had my son, my first son. I had my first child when I was 20, 3 months before I turned 21. And I remember going through the entire pregnancy, and I was okay up until like month 8. And month 8, everything became real to me. And I'm like, okay, once this baby get here, you know, I know nothing about motherhood other than what I saw my mom doing. And my mother is a damn good mom, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it how mama do it. But I'm going to tell you something about kids, even babies. They all got different personalities, okay? So I had to figure that thing out. I could have given up, but I showed up day after day after day after day. Even with my son being 24 years old now, I still don't have it all figured out. I still have, because again, we go through seasons and our kids go through seasons. So we're constantly, as parents, in a training session, season by season by season, and we're learning, we're growing, we're failing, we're learning, we're growing, we're failing. You know, we're doing all of the things, but we have the courage to show up every single day and try it again and try it this way. Maybe if I pivot this way, maybe I can make a better connection. This is what life is. This is what anything that you apply in your life is. You have to first make a decision to show up and stick with it. And over time, just you taking action day by day, you will become confident. And then the moment that you reach a level where you feel extremely confident, then baby, you know, now you're probably going to elevate into another season where you're going to start all over again, because that's what life is. Life is a classroom. But don't sit on the sidelines watching everybody else live life because you're too afraid to start, or you're making excuses for yourself to keep you stuck and sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else do amazing things in life. You, my beautiful person that's watching this video, is talented as well, and you're here for a purpose and not just to sit on the sidelines. I can tell you that. The truth of the matter is, most people are not lacking confidence. What they're avoiding is discomfort. Growth simply requires you, honestly, to be bad at something before you're good at it. And so a lot of you, I hate to say this, is sitting waiting on that magical moment where you feel fearless. It's not, you know, it's not going to happen. You know, I used to always think that as well. I used to think that I need to be fearless to do this. I need to be fearless. Oh, that person is fearless. And then when you go and you talk to these people that you perceive to be fearless, because you see them out here taking action and they look extremely confident in what they're doing, it's not that they are fearless. They have much fear. It's just that they're showing up and they're growing, and they're not letting their self-talk inside of them talk them out of even starting. The thing is, when you start something new, and especially if this is something that you've never seen done before, and you're just trying to change your life for the better version of you, guess what? That better version is going to have to fight that old version of you. I sit here and internally, and I'm having an internal battle every time I'm getting ready to take a leap of faith, or I'm getting ready to even get in front of this camera. You know, I'm having this internal battle with the old me versus this new me, the becoming of whomever I'm becoming. You know, that magical moment just isn't coming. So you're going to have to move with your voice shaking. You're going to have to move even being scared. You're going to have to move when you feel uncertain. You're going to have to move as you're trying to figure it out. Because I'm going to tell y'all, like, stop playing around here. We all trying to figure it out, okay? We are all out here trying to figure out. Don't let nobody trip you up and play in your face and tell you that they got it all figured out. Because, baby, if they did, it's time for them to die. Because then that means you done passed the board game. You done passed the game. The game of life. We all out here trying to figure this thing out. So, get up off the sidelines. Stop playing around. If you think about it in this way, every time that you show up for yourself, you make a deposit in your confidence account, right? So every goal, every workout, every application you put in, every video, every boundary, deposit, 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 deposit. And before you know it, confidence just shows up because you've proven to yourself that you can trust yourself. So stop saying it's not a good time, because you know good and doggone well you've been hiding behind this excuse that it's just not the right time for months, some of y'all maybe even years. Stop playing with me. Like, girl, you gonna make me act a fool in front of this camera. You better get up and stop playing with me. But all jokes aside, the life that you want is not waiting on you to be confident. The life that you want is waiting for you to take action. Do it messy, do it unsure, do it imperfect, do it scared, but move anyway. Because a year from now, I don't want you to look back thinking what would have happened had you started a year ago. I want you looking back amazed at everything that you did and everything that you accomplished. And when you become her, you're going to realize something. Confidence was never the prerequisite. It was the result. So sis, if nobody told you this today, I believe in you. And most importantly, it's time for you to believe in you. Now get up, take that dusty ass robe off, take one scared step at a time, and go ahead and get out there. Get out there and make it happen. Get out there and show this world what a woman looks like that stopped waiting and started taking action. So until next time, I want you to wake up and choose yourself every single day. If you haven't done so already, please smack that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a positive comment, and make sure you turn the notifications on so you are made aware every time that I drop a video on this channel, baby. So, all right, girl, go ahead, get up. Stop making them excuses. I'll see you next time. All right, bye.